Hello, and thank you for joining me for Boss 1 of TT. In this video, I'll be going over mechanics as a tank and breaking down the boss's rotation. Please note that parts of this run are not as clean as they should be, but provide good examples of what to expect from this boss. This is also how my raid handles Boss 1, again minus the mess-ups, and may vary from the raid you join or are a part of. To start, the boss will have two modes, those being Restraint and Doom. The boss will start off in Restraint, and will only shift modes after a successful knockdown has been placed. We start by tanking the boss at 6 o'clock. In Restraint, the boss will start with two blockable swipes, not captured as I started the recording late, and follow up with an unblockable two-wave knockback. The knockback will first be directly in front of the boss, and then about 2 to 3 meters away from the first knockback. While this is going on, the boss will be doing 4 to 5 red-black knockbacks opposite the tank. After the knockback, the boss will begin his math phase, which will cause the members who are not tanking to get a debuff. They will need to successfully cleanse the debuff before joining the tank at 6. After math is finished, the boss will do a room-wide AoE, which should be stealthed. This AoE is often called a Pokeball, as the top of the AoE is red and the bottom part is white. In Restraint mode, the white part of the ball will shift with the tank, so it is crucial that the tank stays at 6. Afterwards, the boss will do a series of punishment, starting with an inner circle of about 8 meters and an outer circle spanning from 8 meters to about 16 meters. Getting hit by either of these circles or the Pokeball will cause a rude effect, which is why it is important to stealth the Pokeball and either iframe the circles or have a Warlock drop Sanctum under the party. After the punishments go off, the boss will release a golden ring that everyone will need to jump, or it will knock them back. Right after this, the boss will target the furthest person in the room and begin spawning cylinders on them, and the boss will glow, beginning a rapid 3-hit room-wide attack that should be hung when blocked. After the 3-hit attack, the boss will do another knockback attack where he puts his paws on either side of you, forming white rectangles and slamming them together. Touching the white rectangles will knock you back and root you, so make sure to iframe. Again, while this knockback is going off, the boss will do a series of knockbacks opposite the tank. After the knockbacks, the boss will open for CCs and need to be knocked down immediately. As he gets up, he'll do a blockable attack that will root you if not blocked. This will be followed up with 4 slams, each taking up 90 degrees of the room, starting at 5, going to 7, moving to 1, and ending on 11. After the last stomp, the boss will officially be in Doom mode and the tank should be swapped to 12. For Doom mode, the boss's rotation is like Restraint with a few small changes. One change is that some moves, like the first knockback, will have dark cones targeted at the tank. The boss will start with 2 swipes and then do the knockback. Personally, I SS through the boss at this point and wait for the knockback phase to end before swapping back to 12. Around this point, the boss will also remove one of the cylinders. After the knockback, the party will need to do math again. This time, the red side of the Pokeball will be aimed at the tank, and only the designated carriers and the tank should be on that side. After the Pokeball, the tank can go back to 6, and the boss will do punishment, starting with an outer circle and ending with the inner circle, followed by the ring that needs to be jumped. Immediately after, the boss will begin to spawn bombs. It is important to know how your raid is doing mechanics to know how many bombs you need. If you have a cat taunt method in place like my raid, you spawn 3 bombs at first, and if you don't have cat taunt, you spawn 2. As the number of bombs has been spawned, the party will need to knock down the boss immediately to prevent more bombs from being spawned. The boss will do his get-up attack that again needs to be blocked, followed by his 3 rapid hit attack that should be Hangmoon blocked. After the rapid hits, the boss will do another white rectangle knockback, which again should be iframed as the rectangles are slammed onto you. Following this, the boss will open up for another CC which should be stun, Right after the boss is stunned, he'll start the 4 slams again. Between the second and third slam, it is advised that a cat taunt be used at 6 to save the tank. Otherwise, the tank dies like in this video. Thankfully, our raid communicates, so I was able to instantly pop a res charm and maintain threat. Following this, the boss is back in restraint mode and will follow the mechs as covered before. The only difference will happen after 50%, and that will be an extra cylinder and bomb spawn respectively. Please pay attention to how many cylinders are spawned around 50%. If the spawning phase has already started or already ended as you get the boss to 50%, there will still only be 4, meaning you will still only need the number of bombs you were spawning before. Aside from that, it's rinse and repeat on the rotations until the boss is downed. Thank you for watching.